Hi, Ginny.
Hi.
So you have Jeff Mullen here. Frank is with me. Mary, of course, and Ned Corcoran is at the table, but we're the only people in the room, okay?
I don't know when we're going on.
Just so you know, just give us another minute or so, and then we'll start, okay?
Because we're going to be on tape broadcasting.
Yeah.
We may be right now.
Okay.
Can you hear it okay,
Yeah.
Ginny? Okay.
Yeah.
We get 7:30 already.
Okay, so we're going to start our hearing tonight. It's Thursday evening, March 9th. We're at the continuance of a hearing upon the application of Peter Nash of 120 Central Avenue before the Board of Appeals. My name is Jeff Mullen. With me is Board Member Frank O'Brien. And with us on the telephone is Board Member Virginia Donahue King, who distance prohibits her from being in attendance in accordance with the open meeting law. She joins us via teleconference. I see that we're joined here tonight by Mr. Edward Corcoran, attorney for the applicant. I'd like Mr. Corcoran to address the board. Mr. Corcoran, welcome to the board.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, members of the board. I'm here tonight requesting that the board can further continue the hearing, if possible, until April 4th. I think one of the things that the board was very interested in seeing after the first night of hearing was a definitive plan that Mr. Nash was interested in pursuing for the development of the property. Shortly after that hearing, Mr. Nash lost his wife. She hadn't been well, but she lost his wife, and that sort of put him behind the eight ball in terms of getting at some things. We finally have access to his architect, who has promised to produce a plan within the next 2 weeks. And so in order to present something that is of substance to the board for consideration, I just ask the board's indulgence to continue the matter until a night that's convenient. I know that I spoke to Mary, and that she suggested that April 4th might be a night that would be available. That's certainly a night that works for me and Mr. Nash and his architect. So if that's appropriate for the board, I'd request that the board continue it to that evening.
Thank you, Mr. Corcoran. Let me initially say on behalf of the board, we'll express our condolences to Mr. Nash on the death of his wife. Please do that for us. Mr. O'Brien, do you have any questions or any comments on Mr. Corcoran's testimony tonight?
Not at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Mrs. King, do you have anything to add to the conversation about Mr. Corcoran's testimony?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Mrs. King.
Oh, okay. No question.
Okay. So my sense is that the rationale and the reason is a good one, and we do want
It's
a
an
complete
extraordinary
application.
one, actually.
I forgot to mention, I did notify the abutters who were here previously that I was requesting the continuance until another date, and I would follow up with them to make sure that they're aware of the date that it's being continued to.
So I'd like to move that the board accept the extension of this hearing once again to, what's the day of the week, April 4th?
Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday, April 4th at 7:30 at Milton Town Hall. I'd like to ask the applicant specifically to make certain that the abutters who were present at the last meeting, that is, I have them right here. Do I have them here? Mrs. Smith?
Mrs. Smith, Mr. Tobin.
Mr. Tobin, Mrs. Tobin, be notified. Do we also notify them, Mary? What's the procedure on notification of the extension?
I can contact them.
No, let's just make sure that people are aware that the people who expressed interest in the application at the last time are aware that the matter's been extended until Tuesday, April 4. And this hearing, let me ask for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
But
Mrs. King?
And she said,
could I ask for one thing? Could we have plans perhaps, a day in advance so that we can take a look at them before the meeting on the 4th?
Mr. Corcoran, could you try to get this to us by Friday so that we have them over the weekend?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'd be Friday, April Fool's Day,
March
perhaps.
31st. March 31.
March 31. Friday, March 31. We'll expect to get some plans from you. You'll tend to the notification, as will Mary. And this hearing will be further continued until April 4. Mr. Clark, town planner. Mary, Ginny, the town planner, William Clark, has come into the room and is now at the table. Bill?
Hey, Jenny. Good evening. I sent you an email. You asked me a question at your
We did.
previous hearing. Zoning by ZBA. How many other places had that taken place? I did a review of the ZBA files, and I know that I came up with the Elks Club on Adams Street. I do believe that was the only one that fit that same type of bill.
Yeah, I appreciate that work. That was
Yeah.
helpful, very helpful.
And my question would be, do you want more?
Well, if there is no
I
more.
didn't find any more, but I mean, if you had a different type of question.
No,
Did
No,
that answer
I think,
your
yeah,
question?
no, I think at this stage of the game, given that this particular hearing was mainly to discuss the
I
continuance.
just want to make sure they
Right,
I
I,
answered yours in time for the next one.
right, you have answered the question. Are there going to be further questions? Well, that remains to be seen. So,
We have to look forward.
I agree.
I do know that I did talk to Mrs. Smith. I did tell her that the next hearing is on the 4th, and I did tell her it would be continued from tonight. So at least one of the two abutters does know already.
We'll be sure they know. I appreciate that. We'll, also at the next hearing, we'll read into the record that information so that everybody has an opportunity to know about it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This hearing is continued until Tuesday, April 4, 2017. Thank you. We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.